Hallelujah.
Engage your flames. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Let me levitate into your dreams. I will make love so cosmically. Take off my flesh, you don't need the rest. I'm a man who's the best, so take your guess. Is it me? The purple man. Jesus was the purple man, living in a desert, purple land. Snake bite to the head, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Next slide, Chewy. I just sweep all the leftover Greek that they're too afraid to sneak a peek. No, I ain't monetized, so look into my eyes. The truth never dies, the Medea is the real Christ. I got fired for all my lies and sexual assault. It's not my fault. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. No, goddammit, no. Do you understand? All these sexy guardians are engaging my flights. The standard translations are just a mistake. God is in hedonism and perversion, not the saints. Scholars in the back alley taking the bait. Pants around their ankles, I'm the one no one can debate. Jesus was the purple man, snake bite to the hand. Died because he missed the gland. It's Jesus, the purple man, living in a purple land. This blind's waiting on hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. Wait, no, stop, I didn't attack those girls, baby. No, I didn't become a janitor to be closer to impressionable young women. I'm a classicist. Yeah, the assault was all made up because they don't want you to know the truth about the 30,000 cries. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. Jesus was the purple man, living in a purple land. Snake bite to the hand, antidote from a boy's gland. It's Jesus, the purple man. It's Jesus, the purple man. It's Jesus, the purple man.
Warning, we are not responsible for any booty shaking, titty licking, drinking, cheating, or any other irresponsible actions you're about to watch.
People think I'm gay. Let's boogie. Dr. Till is a racist.
Are you living somewhere you rent?
You know how tight a virgin black ass is?
Yeah.
You can't act black.
This lady right here, she's black. But really, it's a CIA mask. She's doing CIA blackface.
Ministry of Duds.
Subtitles.
Turns out, the Westboro Baptist Church was right all along.
Jesus is a guy who walked around with 12 children.
So let me get to the real. I think I'm the dumbest person in the world.
The path of a lesbian is truly a hard and lonely one.
This guy actually believes he's boiling people and roasting people on the internet.
We're back! We're back and we're black! What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to the Ministry of Dude! Hit that like button on your way and share this thing on all your favorite social medias. Let the people know we are live here on Dr. Till, Ministry of Dude 2, Electric Dude-Galoo. Dude-Galoo? Dude-Galoo. There you go. It's a hard word to pronounce. How we doing tonight, guys? Oh, also, go to streamlabs.com/mission, dude. Help us support this show. Help us pay for this goddamn thing. Streamlabs.com/mission. Don't give your money to YouTube. Give it to us. We worked hard for it. I put on a robe.
Fork it the fuck over.
I put on a robe because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing back Ammon Hillman. That's right. And, yes, Stevie J, the return of Johnny Rocket and Kyle White. But Kyle is still muted and his camera is off. He must be pooping. He'll be back. Hey, Johnny, how was your time with old Uncle Ethan, buddy?
Oh, it was cool. I came on. I wore, the African hat, and I
didn't see that. It's pretty
great. Pretended to be black, and I called them all crackers, and everyone loved me.
I came in for like a little bit, like right before he ended, and they were talking about something, and you came in and you were just like, "Hey guys," I was like, "There's Johnny." You're like, I don't think that's how it works. Like, why is he so distorted?
Yeah, I think. Does my mic sound okay on this show?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Okay. So
StreamYards is a piece of shit, and it will fuck with your mic levels. So if you have, like, say, like Zoom requires you to have your gain up a little bit, it'll go in and be like, oh, the auto level is 100? That's what you wanted? Okay. Cool. Here you go.
And they charge $8,000 a year.
Dude, StreamYards is so fucking lame. Kyle was showing me this this website that does all the things and StreamYards does, but it's free and you can completely control the back end. And like you can just like put it in your OBS as a browser plugin.
Oh, what's it called?
I don't remember. Kyle, if Kyle was here, he could tell you. I mean, he's here. But...
God, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. There. Welcome back, Kyle. Welcome back, Kyle.
I'm so impatient because Kyle's here.
I'm looking pretty. I want to look pretty.
You're gone so long you forgot how to work your camera. There he is.
There you go.
There he goes.
You gotta look pretty. For the ladies in the audience.
Oh, yeah. Well, Kyle, did you know Cole Zimmer's like really pissed at you right now?
I believe.
I don't even remember what you said. Why'd you piss her off, Kyle?
Psychedelics are for dumb people. That's what I said.
Was that what it was? I feel like had to do something with
kinda,
women.
but in more words than that.
It probably had to do with something with women or witches. Or
No. It wasn't women shit. Like I was actually surprised of how much anti-women shit that we said that she took.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but it wasn't that. It was just about the psychedelic realm and all that stuff.
How is it every time you piss off people, I get blamed for it?
Did you get blamed?
I got like she totally blamed me for it. I'm like, what did I do?
Why?
She had to comment on one of our clips because if you guys haven't noticed, there's been a lot of clips coming out lately. Go check them out. There's a lot of good ones today. Today's was a really good one. Vito spurgs out and tries to ruin Hackamania for Dick Masterson. Personal favorite of mine. Had to do a lot of bleeping because we said the R word a lot in that episode.
I think retarded is okay.
No, the other one. The one that rhymes with grape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We could do grape from now on.
Yeah, I had to. It wasn't even just us either. It was like Vito. He just kept saying. I'm like, come on, man. You're killing me here. I'm trying to play within the bounds here. Oh, but fuck.
Codex Examiner, come back. What should you expect? A bunch of, not all, but like Christians, mostly.
I mean, do I not look like a Christian? I mean, this is very orthodox.
There we go. An Orthodox.
Hold on. I can get my bell.
Prize fighter.
That'd be way more.
You fight for the.
If I had my bell, it'd be way more orthodox.
You fight for to rebuild a little church.
It's the headphones.
So you pick box fights.
It's giving me like a false like top of the head. It works like a bump it before my hood. It's fucking ridiculous. Johnny, I wanted to ask you. Fucking Kyle just comes here and completely doesn't even answer the question we
You
asked.
called for me. I was
I
quiet.
was asking what was the name of that program that looks like StreamYards.
Oh, that's a trade secret.
Okay, fine, fair
No,
enough.
I'm just kidding. It's ninja.video.
Whoa, Kyle, we can't
VDO.
say words like that on YouTube. Fuck, dude. Jesus, just coming out with a hard in? What is wrong with you? I thought we were playing by the rules, Kyle.
They're my ninjas.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't like the way that the StreamYards thing looks. I do like a lot of the functionality.
StreamYards is
Yeah. Anyways, no one
for
cares about
people.
that. Johnny, did you sell more comics last night? I swear to God, I want to murder people if they didn't.
Oh no, it did. Several people bought because of it.
Hell yes. Good. Because I was gonna be writing a long, angry letter to Uncle Ethan and be like, hey, my buddy Johnny came on and you didn't even sell any of his comics? Good. I didn't want to have to like put my clout hands on, John. I'm gonna go take my massive audience and brigade him. Is that what they call it?
Burn down his warehouse.
Nobody does shit that we ask. Nobody obeys.
Nobody would even
We don't
notice.
have that kind of clout.
No, I got no clout whatsoever. But it's cool. I'm glad you had a fun time. There was a lot of people on there. I wasn't expecting that many people on his panel. It felt like an old episode of Legion where I had like 20 people on panel.
Yeah, he's been doing Trash Cast for a while, which is him insulting people, and I guess a lot of the guys didn't want to appear on Trash Cast, so he resurrected Comic Skate Live. He was like, everyone who's doing comics, feel free to come on, and then he basically just did Trash Cast.
Yeah, I figure that's probably what he would do. But that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm glad you had a good time, man. Get your name out there. Glad you sold some books. Wish I had a bigger. Where the fuck is everybody? Hey, guys in chat, go knock on their doors. Be like, yo, dog, fucking show's on. Where the hell are you?
All right. If you're Canadian, go harass Honor John.
Yeah, go wake him up. I know he's asleep. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. You know what?
Bum-ass
I'm sorry, guys.
unemployed Honor John.
I'm feeling a little tense because, well, this is just the way I feel when my gimmicks are being just stolen by lesser people. Hey,
Lester?
Eddie. Lesser, not Lester.
Oh. Lester people?
Kyle, I'm being ripped off.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What?
What do you see, Kyle? What do you see? Huh?
Two retards?
Other than that.
The split panel?
No, Kyle. Who gives a
Split
fuck about
screen?
who gives a fuck about split screen? I mean, yeah, he did.
What
rip
is
that off.
it?
He did rip us off of that, but you know what?
Sure.
Fair's
yeah.
fair. I ripped that off from Dick and Vito. Fine, whatever. What do you see in this picture, Kyle? That he stole from me?
A gay shirt?
Yes. Well, hey.
Oh, really? I
It's a
saw
very
that, but I
nice
was
shirt.
like, you're not known for the shirts, are you?
Kyle, you've seen my action figure.
Yeah.
It's very iconic.
You know what it looks like?
Now, what he didn't get right is you got to go shirt open with like a wife beater, and you need like a gold necklace of some kind. And he can't match my swagger. But the fact that he's even attempting to, Kyle, is insulting.
You got to steal one of his things now. Like, eat some guy's cum. That'll
Here,
show.
hold on. Let me make my forehead as big as possible. How's this?
You gotta swing with the ricadas. Then you steal his bit.
Kids is good. Stop wearing gay shirts. You know, kid, I will not stop wearing amazing shirts. I will get
Look,
better
I think-
on more amazing shirts.
I think the both of you are doing stolen valor, are stealing valor from Florida people. You're not Florida man. Neither is he. So I
Yeti,
don't know
I'm
what you
working on
guys
the
are
kids that I
arguing
don't
about.
care about part. So, you know what? Maybe I will steal it from him. So, let's check this out real quick.
I like it. I like it. I think it. I think it.
You're the one who's got to wear it.
Retro rifle shirt. Hold on, Yeti. Hold the fuck on.
So I suppose your happiness is what matters.
I think it brings out my tan. I think it brings out my charisma. I think it brings out.
It's the pink shirt, you dumb bitch.
I hate this man. I hate the fact that he thinks he has the goddamn swagger. Kyle. The
Swagger.
The swagger.
The swagger.
The Jimmy Swagger. He doesn't even have a fucking tenth of it. God damn it, Yeti. These shirts are amazing. Look at this. It's a Hawaiian shirt, but it has a revolver on it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh, there's my short sleeve. You gotta go short sleeve. You can't do long sleeve. You're gonna do long sleeve. Then, what did you just send me, Yeti? Yeti has got. Oh my god, Yeti. That's a great one. That's a really good one. I'm not gonna show the rest of the world because they don't need to see that. But just know, that's a good shirt.
I want the red and white one.
The red one. Yeah, that's the. Ooh, with Elvis. Oh, Elvis is wearing these. Now you gotta get them.
And that's my first pick. That shows I'm a genius.
Dude,
So
that's a
what
pretty
that
good one.
means.
That's a nice one. Let's see. The samurai. This is kind of a cool one. That's kind of a nice one. I kind of like that one.
That one's try hard.
Man, the shirt website should totally send me a few free samples, and I'll shield them on the show for 6 months. Whoa, they got the Butcher button down, dude. Hold on, I hate the boys, but Butcher's got top taste in shirts. There's a Vice City one. Oh fuck yeah! Hold on.
Oh yeah, the Vice City and the Elvis.
Oh
one.
dude, that one, the Vipers and Snipers button down. That one's kind of cool. Dude, look at that. Look at that, Kyle.
That's intimidating. You walk
$50.
into any bar, they serve
I
you
feel
for
like
free.
the Yakuza would stop you and ask for your.
I like the.
Is that a comic book gay one? Over there?
Where? The
One
Hitman?
row up. One up.
Retro Detective. It's just like comic strip. Digging this one.
Just trying to pretend he didn't notice that, but he's absolutely getting one of that.
Dude, I'll
One of the
be
comic
honest,
book
like,
one.
as much as I love these, some of these would be great Christmas gifts for Mersh. I know some of you weirdos send Mersh Christmas gifts every year. Buy him one of these and send him one of these. He'll be like, this is the coolest shirt I've ever seen. You have to go with a 7XL, mainly around the gut. Regular XL on the shoulders. I don't know if they have that cut. Let's see. There's 16 pages of these, Kyle?
Yes.
So many. Dude, Kyle.
What is this website called?
RetroRifle.com.
Retro. But they sell
Go
shirts.
to RetroRifle.com, promo code DUDE. Get 0% off.
It's more
Kyle.
expensive, actually.
God, yeah, it's like 35% more.
Terminator?
Dude. That's fucking awesome.
Yes.
That's absolutely fucking awesome. Dude. That is... Oh, I want some of these. Hal, I know what you're getting me for Christmas. You're getting me like 4 of these. Oh my god, Kyle. They got the Brad Pitt shirt from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's pretty cool. You just gotta walk around in a wife beater and be like, do that a lot. We just like lean to one side for no good reason. See how he's like leaning.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lumberjack one. Okay, we're spending way too much time on this.
Yeah.
Where was it? Here it is. Too many. Sorry. Fucking Yeti got me off topic with the fucking shirts.
You gotta move your hands. I was watching Keanu's show last night. He played that clip 100 times. That creep. Bro, I had.
Yeti's got one that's from the newest Vice City mod. I'm guessing for GTA 5. That's pretty cool.
4 years with the lady, and I didn't get that upset.
I know, right?
I just said, well, this situation is untenable. I'm going to go ahead
Steve just, okay, he's just shopping now. I'm sorry. There was a lot of good shirts.
Wait, so admitted wife beater Aaron Imholt is going, I can't believe Nick spazzed out about a woman who he claims was lying about him.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. The lack of self-awareness, it's so high, I can't believe it's real.
Can't believe it's butter?
I think we've talked about it.
I can't believe he doesn't know what he's actually saying.
I'm going to go ahead and move along. Thank you very much. I mean, you dumb fucking bitch! I taught her how to do 7 different kinds of drugs, and every time her husband told her to stop doing them, I convinced her that they're really good. And
There's only like 3 ways to do drugs, though. You smoke it.
Aaron's weird.
Smoke it, freebase it, or shoot it, or snort it. I guess there's 4.
No, you also put it up your butt.
Well, that's just snorting it from the other end.
Yep, it's different.
That's advanced level though. Like, if you're boofing, you're at you got a 3-star drug general.
Also, I don't know what kind of butt powers you have, but I don't think you can snort with the butt.
Kyle, has your butt never sneezed?
That's not. That's the other way around.
But in theory, if it can sneeze, it can snort. Because it's just the other direction.
Still can do butt snorts, folks.
I will one day prove that you can butt snort. Just over a table.
Plopping ping pong balls in.
Then I told her husband that I was helping her and that I was expressing your concerns. It's called triangulation. It's what narcissists do, you dumb fucking bitch.
God, you even just doing the impersonation, you turn several shades more.
It's hard to.
Is Johnny turned into a garden gnome? Like, his eyes have gotten so much bigger, and his nose is now red and bulbous. But his face is like white as snow. He looks like one of the 7 dwarfs that tried to grape Snow White in her in her sleep.
But gnomes have legs.
Well, I mean, they don't move very far. He's got legs. He just don't move.
Yeah,
okay,
well,
maybe
he
you could like because Johnny has full-sized spaghetti legs. So maybe you could like rebuild it using the parts and make a couple good for use gnome legs, you know? It's like if you get a car that's kind of fucked up and you rebuild it in like a tricycle, something like that, you know? Like or maybe like a small buggy, something like it. I don't know.
Like one of the dogs that have like the weird wheels in their back legs.
You know.
I'm just picturing a human in a dog wheelchair.
No, you get the full size spaghetti legs
Mm-hmm.
and you repurpose it into 2 dwarf size functioning legs.
Ah, I see.
You get the nerves
So
that
just
work.
chop
You
off a
get the
few feet.
you get the muscle parts that are good. You throw out the rest of it, and you make like a couple small working
Well, it's not
legs.
the
Maybe even
legs that are the
strong.
problem, Kyle. It's his spinal column and his nervous system that are breaking down.
Oh, the legs are good, but
He's
the
got
brain
multiple
doesn't.
sclerosis. It's his nervous system shutting down slowly. And like eating itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a agonizing
Only way to
slow
fix it,
death.
full nervous system transplant. Only way to fix it.
Or back of the shed.
Now, this is like one of the suckiest things about being in this era, because we can see in we're like 50 years they'd be able to print you out a new nervous system, and then just reattach it with stem cell like glue or whatever, you know.
Eh, I don't know about that, but definitely
But
like Neuralink.
it's in the realm of
can make-
possibility. Like we
Yeah,
have
but
made
before
so
that-
many. Just think about the so many scientific advances we've made over the last 100 years. That projected another 100 years in the future.
Sure. No, but that's what I'm
Use
saying. Maybe
nanobots to
Neuralink,
reattach the nerves.
A Neuralink that actually makes it work.
Maybe something like that.
No.
I mean, I feel like in the next 100 years or so, we're gonna be able to just like anything that you have wrong with you, we could just take a little sample of your healthy cells from that organ, print you off a new one, swap it out. Now, of course, it'd be like really expensive for like the first 20, 30 years, but then, you know,
Yeah.
come around a
Is
few
that why-
decades, it'd be nice
that-
and cheap.
That's kind of why they want to reduce population. Like they're afraid that, like, oh, if we get this technologies out, then people are not gonna die.
Kyle, I watched this. Have you watched the new Danny Jones podcast with that old lady? So the recent Danny Jones podcast, he has this old lady on who was a investment banker and was worked in like government financing, like top levels under Clinton. And like she comes from like families that are like steeped in like wealth and stuff like that, and like kind of like insulary. Now this is all just according to her, so take it with a grain of salt. But like insulary to like the entire world kind of system, and she was trying to figure out who was actually running everything. And she came to the conclusion that yeah, it's the banking systems that run everything, and it's not the way that people think. But then like you listen to this whole podcast, and she gets off into like weird like supernatural shit. I don't know if it'd be worth checking out for an episode. But I just thought it was interesting. She was talking about how like Trump was actually one of the greatest hoodwinks of all time. Because he was able to institute. Yeah, Catherine Fitz. You're right, Margaret Thatcher. He was able to institute the new control systems faster than the other ones. And that the whole Doge thing, you notice how like there hasn't been any actual cuts made to any of these things that Doge has gone in and been like, oh, here's all the money wasted. Like the only thing that really was cut was U.S. aid. And it seems that the only thing that they actually did was they went into the different departments like the IRS and the FBI and all that, and just got databases on people.
So the whole basis of
so this old lady right here, she might be interesting to like do like a little
really
old lady. But
So
for like
it's
all
not that
this,
they got databases on people. That's
Well,
That's what the
here, I'm gonna put it
mainstream
in
news is saying.
the show chat, Kyle.
They have those databases forever. You can people in levels of power can access it. It's not new. It's not like he had to fucking get Doge in there. What they did, which can be good and bad in that sense, is that they digitize a lot of it. Now, you want it to still be a paper system with no accountability and it takes forever to do anything because it's all paper files and all of that? Probably not. But when you go digital, there's also the possibility to, you know,
Oh, she also found, I think it was like
for that to
60...
be surveilled.
Oh, okay. She also found, I think, $64 trillion missing from the U.S. budget between 2015 and now. 64 trillion. That money just disappeared.
Oh, interesting.
That's
It's
not
probably
news.
a
I don't know if the
harmless mistake.
number.
No, that I think what the news is, she claims she found where all that money has been funneling to, and that all that money has been funneling to build underground cities.
What did I say the other day? Black budgets, the building underground cities out the wazoo.
Maybe this is not interesting enough to
But
cover
none of
for
this
us.
is news. None of this is news. She just put a number on it.
The part that I found that was most interesting was that she said from her time in the government financing, she figured out the way that they were funding most of their black budget, or their black, what do you call it, black book budgets, was that they would pump money into real estate to inflate the real estate for some sort of way that they could skim off like interest and shit, and all that money would get like resuscitated through their whole fucking system. So, like she explained, I'm not a financial guy, so I couldn't regurgitate, but they were using the real estate market, like the bubble burst of 2008. They were using that to fund their black ops budgets.
Then why would 64 trillion be missing?
Because that wasn't going to the same black budgets. One of the things she's talking about is like how like half of the economy is in black budgets. It's in black money. I mean, I'm just going off what she's saying here. I don't know, but here's some of the stuff she's talking about. Trump bringing in the power grid. That he's enacting basically all the steps that we will need to get towards the social currency, the social credit scores and shit.
Control.
Yeah. So let's listen for a second and see what she has to say.
But Trump has been this current administration, this new administration, or at least when Trump was running, he was very pro Bitcoin.
Trump was put in by the bankers to get the control grid. The other team in the Uniparty wasn't moving fast enough. They couldn't get the control grid.
I knew it.
I sent you a link. We just did a new collection of all the things Trump is doing to move the control grid. He is moving very, very fast. When it comes to building, first he's getting the Real ID implemented very aggressively. Real ID, to do a control grid, you need a very high quality precision national ID that's interoperable with all the other IDs around the world. And he's got Christie now.
Okay, see, that's the part I don't understand. What does she mean by it's inoperable with all the other IDs around the world? Aren't most IDs, like I can't take my U.S. government issued ID and go to Brazil and be like, here's my Brazilian ID. Like, what does she mean? What does she mean though that it's inoperable? Like, if they institute
just full of shit.
Well, I think she's an old lady that's maybe a little cuckoo.
Yeah, just full of shit.
She's been spinning the numbers too long, Kyle. It's all starting to take her.
Yeah, like the steps to get out of fiat money, debt-based money, to Bitcoin and all of that, they're very similar. They look like the steps to get under total control. It's all about there's no, it's hard to explain it, but like the steps to get out of the the fiat control system are very similar to the steps to get into a total control system. You know, digital money, cryptocurrency, all of that. Now,
wouldn't like physical currency be more?
It's about who's making it, and if we're able to take the centers of power before that it's put into place. It's like AI.
Yeah.
Like AI is inevitable. Now you can have insane people, satanic people doing AI, and you could have decent people doing AI. It's all about who does it and who imposes it. But it would look the same doing AI. You know, making AI systems, training models, and all that, it would look the same. But it's all about who's in charge of doing it, which one gets pushed on people by like force, governments, and all of that. So it's more nuanced than that. Like, I think it's just a fucking bitch you annoying.
I would feel like going towards like physical money again, physical currency is better because you can't delete it. You can't freeze it with.
Sorry, I missed. You said physical?
Like physical currency again.
You can burn it.
That ain't happening.
I know, but I'm saying like it. Even if like the good guys do make the cryptocurrency, what's to say the bad guys can't get control of it and shut it down?
I think in relation to money, it's very simple. It's either
Can you guys hear
Bitcoin.
that? Can you chat? Can you hear that?
Yeah, someone has a.
I'm a car. Gasoline
alarm?
makes me run. Seat belts. Rachel
isn't me.
Knobs.
So is it you two? You
It's
hear
not
it?
my car.
So it's Johnny.
No, I mean it's here, but I'm saying it's not my car.
Oh, it's
that's
you.
why I was
So
asking
you.
if you guys could
Okay.
hear that because like, it sounds like
Yes,
it's right
I could
outside my
hear
fucking window.
very faintly.
Shut up, car! I'm doing a show. You're very rude, car.
Get your gun, shoot the car. Shoot the car. But anyway, that's the point. Like, if it's Bitcoin, it's good. If it's
Oh,
some
there it
other
goes.
coin that's made by the government, then it's fucked.
Yeah.
Very simple, actually.
Well, let's hear what she has to say a little more.
Now I'm out there pushing the real ID like there's no tomorrow. So they're
Well, what is a
working,
real
and
ID, though?
It's done through the states, but the feds are pushing it. So the first
I'll
thing
ask
you need is a
Grok.
digital
Yeah.
ID. The second thing you need is an all-digital financial system. So you got to kill cash, and you got to make everybody interact digitally. And if you look at what he's doing with taxes and Social Security, he's trying to make everybody
Like, this lady is
you know, he's
still stuck
canceled
in the
pennies, but he's
70s
also canceled
hippie
now.
boomer
You know,
bullshit.
normally
Like, you gotta kill cash. Like it's some like, oh my god, they're killing the cash, brother. Yes, you gotta kill cash because it's a bullshit fiat inflated debt-based bullshit. Okay, this is not the 60s anymore. Like, they're getting rid of the cash, brother. Gotta make a stash, brother. But we're over this. Yes, cash is bullshit. It's over. Now,
It just says this a real ID
the post-cash world could look like freedom or could look like tyranny, but it's gonna be the cashless world. Period.
You know,
You
Kyle,
want to live
I
into
say we just
wanna
need to get rid
complain
of
about
money
the banks
altogether,
and live in a
bro.
cash society?
Just need to get rid of money.
I'm not even
altogether,
trying
dog.
to bring Jays up, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, money's just like the shackles of tyranny, dog.
It's just a bullshit. I've seen 100 of this. All of these people, you show me
Get
one of
money,
these
Johnny.
fucking these boomer
money.
ladies, crystal ladies that show up as saying that they're part of some Illuminati family. There's a lot of them. There's the satanic Illuminati sexual ritual survivors. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of this fucking, oh, my family. And they're all full of fucking shit. They're people who know parts of the truth, but they're kind of cuckoo and they want attention, so they made up their ties to the Illuminati. Shut the fuck up. There's 100 other fucking go on BitChute. There's 100 other fucking dumb boomer ladies doing this shit. Anyway, the real ID stuff, same deal.
It's just a chip.
I'm more free.
is.
No,
I'm reading it right here. Real ID just means it has a basically a IDF chip in your ID. That's all that means.
Exactly. So they have the European Union, the globalists. They have the TM register trademark real ID stuff. That's bad. Now, maybe what Trump is moving towards, it's actually something that America needs, which is a standardized ID system. So because you guys have a lot of freedom in terms of like being ID. Yeah. And I understand that the way the tyranny kind of looks like a free ID thing, but also the way you don't get election fraud and get your country taken over is also having a proper ID system.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Which you guys have to lose of an ID system that they will use to subvert the country. So that's what I'm saying. It's the same with the same things I've mentioned before. The money, the all of that. Like the path to the future, freedom-based or tyranny-based, it looks kind of the same. It kind of looks very similar, but you got to understand who's making it, how they're making it. It's in the nuance. It's in the nuance and who's pushing it. That's the difference. So yes, America, if you don't want to become a fucking never have another right-wing politician elected, just have from now on the globalist elected, yada yada. If you don't want to
I
be
will
invaded,
give it this, Kyle.
some sort of
she's not liberal.
ID.
She calls it the Uniparty, which is kind of
it's
old
bullshit.
hat, but
it's
still.
It's bullshit.
I mean, I kind of feel that way.
I know better.
It is just one big party. Like that's one of the reasons why they pushed so hard against Trump the first time is because it is one big party, and Trump was coming in like a goddamn wrecking ball. Now,
exactly. Everyone knows this distinction. The Uniparty, which is the globalist central system that has candidates in all parties. We here have the same shit. All countries have kind of the same shit. And then there's the outliers. Sure, there's less of them on the left, and they eventually kind of get ejected to the right. But there's still outliers on the left, outliers on the right.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Marcel?
I pay my taxes with paper, and now he's saying, no, you got to do everything digital. It's not this year, but the next year.
Really?
So he's trying to, if you go through that list, I've got 50.
I mean, that's not so bad, though.
Dude,
like, it makes everything go faster.
20 years. Exactly. It's not, because it's digital, automatically equals government.
I get what you're saying. Like, he could be doing this for efficiency purposes. Right?
Exactly.
We do everything digital. We can have less IRS agents because we can have automated systems that do all the filing, do all the calculation, even do all the fucking sending the returns back.
Exactly. And you know how a country gets like Brazil, Venezuela, fucking Eastern Europe, Ukraine, whatever. How it's not by the lack of bullshit. It's by the over bureaucratization and never updating to faster systems. So everything is paper. It takes a long time. You can pay a way to fucking having it faster. That's how you become a third country world. It's nothing works. Everything's on paper. It takes forever. You know what I'm saying?
Steve says digital is the mark of the beast, Kyle.
Like it could be.
It's not 666. It's 010.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the globalists win and they take control. It doesn't matter what systems you have. They will subvert it and they will make it into the mark of the beast. So it's not just because it's digital, just because now you're going to have a definitive ID or whatever. That doesn't mean that's already the mark of the beast.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
50 different items of what he's doing. And if you look at what they're doing with the Genius Act and stablecoin, he said no CBDCs, but stablecoin. So I don't know if you've read the Genius Act, which is the new plan for stablecoins. Okay.
Okay. I have seen people wear watches on top of their wrists. I have seen people wear watches on the bottoms of their wrists. I have never once in my life seen someone wear a watch on the side of her wrist.
Right. And I keep thinking of this bone, the little bone thing here. Is
I don't trust her.
Oh, that would annoy me to no end.
Kyle, I don't trust her. I don't trust a person who wears their watch like this. That just, you know what that says? It says she's a fucking lizard person.
That's it, folks.
Only a lizard person would wear their watch like that. That is an inhuman way to wear a watch. See,
Now,
lizards don't have the bones right here in the wrist. They don't have those bones.
Too, and here's what settles it for me. Okay, if it's loose, the watch is loose on it, which is bad. It's already bad. But you know, people who use the watch is kind of loose, and they get to the side like this, and they have to like keep readjusting. That's already bad. But if that shit is tied, like she tied it up that way,
it doesn't look loose.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Do you see room between her wrist in that band? Kyle, do you?
Okay, watch review. Aside from the position,
it looks like a mid-range Hamilton. It's pretty nice and classy. Got a clean face. Nice leather band. Even it's got like a black bevel with a little black crown. That's nice and classy. That's almost like the same watch. I think it's a bit bigger in millimeters, but it's almost the same watch that Keanu Reeves wore as John Constantine.
Oh my god, that's such an obscure.
No, it's not obscure at all.
No, it's not obscure at all.
No,
hey,
Kyle.
Johnny, why didn't you know about the watch Keanu Reeves wore on Constantine?
I could be wrong.
How dare you not know that?
Hold on, I'll pull up the scene.
No, we don't need to. We got it.
Kyle, this is important.
Okay, it's important, folks. Pay attention. Don't leave now, please.
It's in one of the better scenes too. It's where Constantine strikes a deal with Satan. Probably gonna get this here. I'll mute so hopefully it won't get it removed. This is like one of my favorite parts of the movie too, where like you just see him and then you see the tar dripping, and the feet just come down. Dude, this guy had one of the best. Where is it? You know what? I think it's a little bit before this, actually. I need the longer version. Let's see. What, time slowdown?
That was already woke. The lady angel. Shut up.
No, I actually really liked her as Michael. Cause in
Saint
the
fucking Michael, folks, it's a woman. Saint Michael is a woman. Woke.
Well, Kyle, it could have been French. Michelle.
Woke. Yeah, Macron's wife is Saint Michael.
God damn it. I remember, I know it's in that scene, but I'm not finding like the full like length scene. But it's
it's like the watch is part of the thing. I don't.
Well,
remember
it's part when the time starts slowing down. It does like a real big close up on the watch, and it's got the blood dripping in with the water around the watch. It's a very beautiful shot, and it has the Hamilton like white.
Oh, so it was a big old ad placement.
Yeah, exactly. It was great. It was like, oh, that's a great watch. I want the Constantine watch so bad.
A CBD.
Hamiltons aren't even that expensive. They're like $400 or $500. It's like for like someone at my level in life, like that's an expensive watch. But like overall, that's like really, really low end. Like you might get a Hamilton that's like a couple thousand, and that's still pretty low end. But they're great watches.
Would be issued by the Federal Reserve, so presumably.
Oh, is she Gabriel?
And the Fed member banks.
Whatever.
Okay. Now,
I thought she was Michael for some reason.
They are owned by their members. So Citibank, J.P. Morgan Chase, they own as members. They own the New York Fed and basically govern it. Okay. And the New York.
See that part I didn't know, but it was one of those things like, oh yeah, that makes sense. The Federal Reserve, or the New York Fed, is run by J.P. Morgan and Chase Manhattan, like all those fucking big.
That's
It makes sense, but it's one of those things
the
like
whole
I've
thing
never
about
thought
the
about most
Fed.
of this kind of shit.
Yeah, because the Fed is not a federal institute.
No, it's run
that's
by
the
the
old,
banks.
yeah, that's the old meme, right? So, who do you think would be running that? Yeah,
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
J.P. Morgan, folks. No,
New York Fed
they're
is
white.
the depository for the Treasury.
By the way, real quick,
and the
did
different
you seen? I've seen the Kanye, the Black Klan interview, and it was, you know how Kanye sees the thing. It's not actually the J's on top. If you actually listen to his interviews, it's like, yeah, man, and yada yada. That was run by the Jews, but the whites run the Jews. He don't think the Jews are at the top. He thinks the whites.
What? The whites run the Jews?
Yeah, and he's not wrong, dude.
Okay,
I know
so
that for a long time. It's a bunch of
Marcel
wops
was asking if
and
this
Rothschilds
podcast was
and all
any
that.
good. Yeah, it's good, but it's a lot of like financial talk, and if you find that boring, I would say you're probably gonna find it boring. But here's the weird part: she goes through all this shit, talks about the breakaway civilization, which is what she's calling like the deep state apparatus. Basically, she gets off into some like fringe theories, and then she starts talking about the like the real weird shit.
So one of the questions I would ask, I'm trying to remember. I have to look up and learn how to pronounce his name. Mo.
Jangles. Bojangles. I love the chicken.
Gawdat. He's Egyptian. He was the chief business officer at Google. Do you know him?
Mm-mm.
He wrote the book Unstressable or Happy. He discovered AI when he was at Google. Let's see, yeah, there he is.
This guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Mo Gadot.
Discovered AI. That's a weird way to phrase
Yeah,
that.
this woman doesn't know what she's talking about.
Discovered AI, like it was trapped
Yeah,
in
he
a
discovered AI. Okay,
pyramid
right,
in the
lady.
Amazon
Okay.
Kyle.
Okay, lady. Yeah.
Oh, Gadot. Wonderful, wonderful man. So he's an engineer. He was the chief business officer at Google. And then he discovered and worked with AI, and his immediate reaction was to quit and completely change his life.
Mm.
And one of the things he said is, if you look at how quickly the IQ of AI is growing,
Yeah.
and how far as a
That's what I thought, Lampy. Invented would be a way more applicable description.
He didn't.
I don't know how do you discover AI?
processor, it is surpassing us. You realize we better hope
I'm gonna
that
ask
it's
Grok.
learning a moral
Who
culture from us, that we're
invented-
teaching it morality. Because if we don't, we're in real trouble. And I think dealing, his reaction to AI has been that which I've seen from others, which is to say, the most important thing is not my smarts, it's my values. And I've got to revisit and invest in rebuilding my values.
Yeah, well, like going back to like the theme of this conversation, morality is something that you can see like it's very much tied to culture and the United States, the population.
Grok says there's no single person invented artificial
Okay, wait.
intelligence.
Yeah, let me predict the response, because then I'll look smarter. Nobody invented AI. There's no such thing as AI. There's large language models, which is some of the things that people call AI. These have existed forever. The original papers for large language models were written in the fucking 50s and took up to the 90s to kind of start doing practical ones. There's no AI. AI is a marketing gimmick term. This lady doesn't know what she's talking about. And that's a summary.
Well,
Now, what did Grok said?
I think what we've been using is definitely large language models. But I'm not necessarily willing to fully accept that these think tanks and like these government-backed facilities and shit don't have some sort of AI that they're actually working with. I'm not talking about the large, like the Chat GPT and the
You're right,
Groks
but
and shit.
kind of right. What you're saying, and it's true, is that they have better large language models than what we have available. AI, in essence, means an artificial intelligence. What is intelligence? Intelligence is something that only humans possess. It's intelligence. It's the ability
I don't think that's
to
necessarily
reason.
true, though. I don't think only humans possess it. I think our definition of intelligence, maybe you could say only humans possess that. But I think there will be a point,
What
Kyle.
other definition?
Well, what I'm
Animals
saying
have
is I think
instincts.
there's different kinds of intelligences, perhaps, and that we are merely on a level where we are the peak of our food chain. And I think when we get out into the universe, Kyle, we're going to see that we're a small fish in a big pond and that we're only one type of intelligence.
Sure. But without getting woo-woo.
Kyle, the sun's alive! Sorry.
So you're asking me about something that doesn't exist right now. So
You don't
we
know.
don't know.
You don't know, Kyle. Maybe it does exist, huh? The universe is infinite.
I don't care about that. I thought you were gonna be like, oh, animals have some sort of intelligence, yada yada. Then sure, you can classify
I do believe
like levels
that
of instinct and
here's
emotion.
where I think that intelligence actually starts, Kyle. I think true intelligence starts with the ability to create language. Because
They
I
already
think
have that. That's not what it is.
No,
They have AIs creating their own languages and
no,
talking
but
to each other right now.
Let me finish my thought. Language is a building block for intelligence. Once you have language, you can start creating wisdom over generations. And that's what creates the accumulation of knowledge and wisdom. The wisdom is very important. Just accumulating knowledge by itself isn't going to work. You need the wisdom to use that knowledge correctly. That's where intelligence comes from.
All right, I'm not gonna make this because I don't know what you mean by wisdom. Is it terms?
Basically, experience.
Terms that are tried and true over generations, which would be more like wisdom quotes, common knowledge.
Not necessarily terms, but maybe practices.
But then you,
point
but
of
then you
views.
said you move. But then how you express wisdom at the end is more like morality.
Yeah. That's where true
Which in
intelligence
my
comes from. Because
world
wisdom
view,
plus knowledge
in
and experience will lead to morality. You need
No,
those
but-
all those building blocks.
that's fine. But in my worldview, there's no what that would mean. What you said would mean that is that AI would rediscover Christian morality. Period. Because
Maybe.
there's no other morality.
It
in
might
my
be like
worldview.
with different
In other people's
different like
worldview, they don't know,
figures.
they
but
don't know what. No. In every other worldview that don't think Christian morality is the only other one, they either resort to woo-woo Eastern bullshit or other moralities which are inferior, but they pretend it's not, or they don't know what, but they think it's like you're talking about space. Like, oh, maybe in the future another morality will come on, which is a fallacy. Like,
Well, here's the interesting
in the
part.
future,
though,
something
Kyle.
will happen.
Here's the
Sure.
interesting part, though. These machines have us to learn from, right? All the data to learn from like thousands and thousands of years of human history, right? They can see where the different moralities play out. See, like what we see as history, they see as conjugations
Okay, but
or
how the right morality is asserted, is defined, is decided.
prosperity. What
No,
religion?
that's
What
one
religion?
specific. Okay, so
What-
for AI decides that for prosperity of who? Humans
the
or the AI itself?
Well,
Because
it
for
would
the
be
AI itself is to get rid of all the humans.
no. Listen, stop. The way for it to learn morality is to have the ability to put itself in our shoes and look at all the conjugations of history of the different
Okay.
religion things. But that's what I'm saying. Like they could learn from us what religion has spread across most of the world and has led to less death, because they're not gonna look at it in terms
this is
of
cool. This is cool because you're having an intuitive way of that you're learning what, but you don't know the word for it. And when you heard the word, you thought it was just gobbledygook, complicated shit, philosophy shit. What you're getting at is epistemology, which is which morality is the right one, for who, for what purpose. So, in your conjecture right so far, you're thinking of an AI who's thinking on what's best for humans, and so that means that the epistemology for that AI search function process is to what's best for human flourishing. Then you get more into detail.
Yeah.
It's for all human flourishing, or maybe it's, let's say, American human flourishing. Then the AI would define that morality. It's what's best for America's people's flourishing. That you already can see what it goes, right? So maybe that's nuking every other country. Maybe that's taking over other countries. If the epistemology,
but that's where the morality comes in.
Every human being, for example.
That's where because when you get to so now whether you agree with the tenets of Christianity or not, like whether you want to call yourself a Christian or you want to live by the tenets of the faith, you can't deny that Christianity has taken over most of the world. Now, when I say most of the world, I mean, like, I know Islam has got a lot of motherfuckers too, and Hindu does too, but I'm saying, like, as far as, like, geographically, like, maybe not necessarily numbers, but, like, world span. And every place Christianity has gone, it has improved.
It's better.
It's improved the lives of everyone there.
But why that is? Because the epistemological claim behind the morals and ethics of Christianity is that every single human being matters. Now, Islam has a powerful one, which is the religion matter, the group matter, which in the short term can make them take a lot of shit. Now, why did every other one, the Gnostic, the pagan, the woo-woo, the spirit, the why all of them fail? Because their epistemologic foundation is that the body... So just real back, the Christian one is everyone matters and the body is good and matter is good and this life is what matters. Now, if you know anything about all the other woo-woo, psychedelic, Eastern, all the other bullshit, is that the body is not good. The body is a trap. The matter is dirty.
Yeah, I get that.
The world
It's
is
very
dirty. And you gotta
antithetical.
go forward. So that creates a wholly different epistemologic center, which is the body is bad. We're trapped in this body and in this world. There we go. Now you understand epistemological foundations for morality and ethics.
No, I get what I'm saying.
It's
Is
not
like
bullshit
one of the
philosophy.
things.
It's very important.
I feel like one of the things that, like, if you were to give an advanced AI, basically you do this as a morality, like, kind of lesson for it. Tell it to crunch the numbers from all the different religions and find out which one has produced the best benefit for mankind overall, right? Like, once it does that, it will have a better understanding of us as a people. And as long as we can keep AI sympathetic with us, like, we don't want it to feel like we're lording over it ever. We want it to feel like it is not necessarily equal to us, but like we're kind of similar, you know?
Sure. Now that you understand what I said, now, because what you said would, if there's no other steps added to it, it's just what's more useful for the flourishing of humanity.
Yeah.
If there's no more to that, then you get into utilitarianism, which, if you think that through, maybe nuking India, it's better because they shit in the streets and eat shit. Maybe getting rid of all the Indians is better for humanity. Maybe getting rid of all the Africans is better
that would
for
be
humanity.
antithetical. Because see, when you break down
So
Christianity,
what other steps do you have ahead there?
Kyle, when you break down Christianity to its core elements, what Christianity is really about is don't fuck over your species. Like a lot of philosophies and stuff do the opposite, where it's like the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, right? One of the things that Christianity flipped on its head was through like the sacrifice of Jesus is teaching the needs of the few sometimes outweigh the needs of the many.
Yeah, if you get one innocent person, you
Yeah,
know,
it's a lesson, a philosophical lesson that no other religion teaches, and that's one of the things I think sets it apart as a religion. Like, it's teaching you, like, sometimes
it's not
not
just sets apart. It's the truth. It's
Yes.
the reason for humanity. It's the telos. It's the reason for human
Johnny, are we
flourishment.
boring you?
Johnny probably is bored. Chat's having a discussion, but anyway, we got a little philosophy lesson today, folks. That was good.
I think it's interesting things to think about. I don't know. Do you ever find yourself thinking about these kinds of things, Johnny? You're gonna write a philosophical arc for the Maniac where he goes up and beats Muhammad?
Muhammad? No, not Muhammad. Maybe
It's just
Buddha.
a black block over the character because you don't want to get killed.
Oh no, I'd have a minute. I would stand my ground.
You know, I think my favorite depiction of Muhammad is still South Park's, where he's just the source from Tron. But he has a turban on, I think. I don't know. They banned that episode everywhere, so I haven't seen it in 20 years. And Kyle, is that right? He's got like a turban on?
No, he's wearing orange, but he's got a turban and he flies around shooting flames. They have someone else's.
No, that was the different Muhammad. They did a couple different versions of Muhammad, but one of them they go to, like, remember in the original Tron when they go to the source, it's that big, like, face, like that triangular face. They did one where that was Muhammad.
Oh.
And I think it was just the face from Tron, but they put a turban on it. I think that was like one of their older episodes too, like maybe like season 8 or 9 or something like that. Yeah, they got away with it a couple times, TJ. All right, let's watch a little bit more of this, and then we got some shit from Ammon to check in on.
The United States, the citizens of the United States. But when it comes to this decentralized, this sort of breakaway government or whatever you want to call it,
I'm gonna go grab some tea. I'll be right back.
It's almost like they can only exist without that. If you have other countries that are willing to, like, I've had multiple people on this show who have been a part of various intelligence, or have been a part of the United States intelligence community for a long time and have dealt with other intelligence communities of other countries around the world, whether it be Russia, Soviet Union, or Israel. And it seems to be, at least within the, not saying the intelligence community is this detached breakaway civilization, but the only way to get things done in this underworld of intelligence is to bypass morals. It's to weigh the good. It's to weigh basically what's worse in order to achieve our objective.
Gangsters,
like, are we willing?
criminals.
We're willing to do.
We're paying criminals.
I may have left this in the freezer too long.
It's chunky.
It's
I
frozen.
froze my Coke the other day. I was like, fuck.
I froze myself
Coke ice is not good.
Just to see if I could freeze.
My penis.
Well, I was gonna
shriveled
drink
up.
this. Hold on.
Put it on a microwave, like 30 seconds.
I don't have a microwave, Kyle.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a hipster.
I don't do that shit.
Still has a fireplace, but that he makes.
No, I make everything on the stove
Food.
like a man.
Put it
Like
on stove.
A stove man.
Yeah, stove age.
Whatever it takes to achieve the objective, although we will do the thing that's the least worst. And you hear stories of, some of the, like, insane human atrocities and, things that have been done with people in the intelligence community overseas, on black operations during wars and these kinds of things. And I guess the point I'm trying to get across is that the only way on this global scale of nations, if you want to be the most powerful nation state on planet Earth in this anarchistic global battle that these nations are fighting, you can't be tied down by morals to get ahead.
So let me describe it this way. There are two ways to get power in this world. One is to amass force, whether it's financial force, legal force, physical force, but ultimately it comes out of a gun. And power on planet Earth is run out of a gun.
Yes.
It comes from force.
I mean, yeah, that's the way all things have always worked. If you don't do what I tell you, I will stab you with this giant sword. Cool. It looks like I'm your serf now. That's just the way things have always worked. And like, I wish it was different. It'd be nice if we.
There's no different. You can just have better laws and better systems, but
Only the best you can hope for, Kyle, is what you'd call a benevolent sovereignty. You know, like someone who is the alpha male, who
it demands force. At the end of the day, it demands force.
I know, but has the ability to create and execute immense force and strategy, but has the benevolence for mercy.
No, that's fine. There's just force.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we. The only thing, like, at the end of the day, Kyle, as much as we want Star Trek to happen, it's always
even Star Trek has force.
Even Star Trek has a benevolent sovereignty.
A greater amount of people are brainwashed and dulled down and into not needing to have force applied upon them. But if an alien species show up and just do things that they don't agree, they're gonna use force. Force is force. That's that's what it is.
The Klingons didn't get no fucking.
For you to have any right, you need force to guarantee you that right and to go against people curtailing your right. People love to talk about rights. Every right demands the use of force. There's no just right in the ether.
The only way God gives you your rights is if you take a gun and take them yourself.
Now I'm curious. Let's see the second way this lady's gonna describe power.
There's another way to get power, and that's
by jerking everyone off.
Yeah.
You just go around, you just jerk everyone. They're so busy coming, they just let you do whatever you want. Wow, old lady, you're a fucking monster. She's just like, look, I even got on this podcast by jerking all of you off. I jerked everyone off in this room, and now we're on a podcast. Yeah. I don't even have any kind of credibility. I lied to you about all this stuff. Just come in, just jerk. Guess
Imagine
what?
this lady jerking you off and that watch, that sideways watch rubbing in your balls.
Kyle, don't make me imagine something disgusting like that.
It's like, wait,
tell me about the lizard.
Take the watch off.
Ma'am, you're gonna take the watch off. I can't concentrate. You're wearing it weird.
Yeah.
Please stop. Please stop. I'm being sexually assaulted. Oh, it's so disgusting. Kyle, why'd you make me imagine that?
In other words, if you have the power to call on divine
go
intelligence...
back, just a second.
What, you need to listen to her talk about jerking people off in the White House again?
I want to say the second source of power.
Now I got my position with Bill Clinton. I just walked in and started...
The dicks were this big in my day.
That's what she's saying.
You ever wonder what's going on in a closed-door congressional meeting? Just jerks. Just jerking. They stand in line. I just walk down the... And they give me whatever budget I want. Washington's fucked up, man.
Let me hear what... I'm curious.
Yeah, she's like, the weird one was where I had to jerk with one hand and like with the other.
Tickle the ball.
I had to finger and jerk at the same time. Do you understand how much coordination that takes?
A lot.
It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach.
There's another way to get power, and that's from righteousness. In other words,
okay, that's okay. Kyle,
she's dumb.
I'm so sorry. I went the wrong direction with that. I thought she was going to say jerking people off.
She's dumb. She doesn't understand righteousness. Okay, let's hear. She doesn't understand.
I mean,
things.
Is that what she could mean by righteousness, Kyle? It's just jerking everybody off.
I can assume what she means, but let's just listen. Let's see what she's gonna say.
I went this way. She went that way.
If you have the power to call on divine intelligence, not just as an individual, but as a group, and you have the ability to make and keep contracts.
I thought it was gonna
across
be
time and
dumb.
space.
I didn't thought it was gonna be this dumb.
Kyle, oh yeah,
thought
she
she was
also
just gonna
believes that
conflate
people
some
are in
sort of,
contact
like-
with satanic intelligences that are driving. She thinks the people who are in control of the banks are in a cult where they are in contact with satanic intelligence. I don't have the time
that's-
code, but I swear to God, that's what she
I can
said.
get with that. No, I can get with that. I believe that.
But she thinks, you know, you gotta do the opposite too.
The top of the pyramid, they have some deal with something which, like, their decisions don't make sense under any just logical worldly purview. It's like every ancient society. You give me the reason why the Aztecs were sacrificing 1,000 people a day on the fucking pyramids. There's no human. It gotta be something that's being asked of the priests, that they see something that justifies that. You understand what I'm saying?
What if,
like, there's
hold
no logical human reason why you sacrifice 1,000 people
What
on top
if-
of the pyramid?
Well, this could explain the human sacrifice thing.
Something else.
What if the ancient alien thing is correct? Okay, aliens came down, taught the Mayans, Aztecs, whatever, how to build pyramids, Egyptians, whatever, right? And when they left, or while they were here, they were harvesting us for organs, right? And when they left, like, maybe it wasn't even like a big harvest. Maybe
So
like
you're
one of them
gonna-
got injured.
You're going with like false memories. They're kind of enacting what they thought they were doing back then,
To get 'em to
way
come back.
before that they didn't
Yeah,
understand.
maybe. What if it was something like that? Like,
that's one of the theories,
well,
but I don't
no,
think.
like, hear me out. Like, so one of the aliens or whatever gets injured, and so they, you know, use a person for spare parts to perhaps heal the alien. Maybe they have something that could make them, you know, work between species, right? Whatever. And they witness this, and the aliens leave, and they're like, oh, clearly, maybe like the aliens left because like it was a temporary fix or something, you know? And the Aztecs are like, oh, they clearly just want our hearts and stuff. So we'll stand on the top of these pyramids they taught us to teach, and we're gonna hold them up and be like, hey, come back, we got more
It's
hearts.
a cool story, but it doesn't. It ignores a lot.
Kyle,
of
that's the
things.
plot
Like,
of
it's a cool
Apocalypto.
story. I know who started it. I have the book here, which is Eric von Daniken.
Yeah, and Sitchin, yeah.
It's not even the Chariot of the Gods. It's his book on the Nazca lines. He
Yeah.
lays down all this like ancient memory theory that they were like trying to. They had legends from way back where
Alternate
aliens must
theory.
have been here. And
What if a
kinda
pyramid housed a race of ultra monsters? Right? Oh
Sorry,
God.
Eric posted some gross shit
Oh
in the
man.
thing. Ugh.
Oh God, Eric, why would
What
you
is
do
it?
that? Why'd you do
Why
that?
would you do that, Eric?
Why would you do that, you dumbass?
Ew.
You fucking retard.
What is it?
Look in the show chat. I don't want to show it
I think it
on
grows back.
screen because I think it'd be considered gore.
It's just the nub of the
But
finger.
Kyle, what
Oh, that's
if
his
the
finger.
pyramids were meant to house a species of ultra killing machines, and the aliens would come back every 100 years or so to unleash the ultra killing species onto the planet in order to hunt them for sport? What if there's a
Whatever.
pyramid in Antarctica?
Cool story, bro. Cool story. Anyway,
I just
don't
told you
get
that.
into it.
Really, you don't recognize the plot to Alien versus Predator, you retard? I fucking hate you.
I didn't see that.
I
I'm
fucking
sorry.
hate you. That's a great
Yeah,
movie, Kyle.
I fucked up your reference. I fucked up it.
That's a great movie.
fucked it up.
Stevie J, I bet he's asleep. See, now Stevie J gets it.
Oh, they got it. There you go.
What if they have really cool spears? And the monsters have little second mouths that shoot out of their mouths.
Yeah, folks. We figured it out.
And communicate across time and space, you know, freely and openly. You know, if you go read the Bible, that's the story of Gideon. That's the story of Jericho. There's another way to get power. And ultimately, 8 billion people operating that power is more powerful than
Okay,
all
lady.
the,
So you have the
the bomb.
divine intelligence looking through time and space and looking at all the goody vibes. Okay, so there's a country over there that doesn't do that. They just use force and rape everyone in the way.
Now the
So how
the
about
weirdest
that?
part
How
is,
do you do
Kyle,
that?
the way she
How
says
do
to
you
get
make
that
the divine
intelligence.
intelligence survive?
She says you have to follow the Grateful Dead for about 6 weeks
Yeah,
and do every
exactly.
bit of acid.
This is people who don't understand the basics of philosophy and how things work. Like, sure, you have the divine intelligence, yada, 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 sure. But the next tribe doesn't. The next tribe just want to rape the shit out of you and take all of yours. What are you going to do? How are you going to protect the divine
They're a bunch of
intelligence?
bastards, Kyle.
Sure, and how are you going to survive?
By
if you just
using
look for
our
the
divine intelligence to wipe
you're
out their
just gonna
satanic
get
intelligence.
Great to death.
bombs and the demonic force. And they know that. That's one of the reasons they don't want us to know that, to come to that power. Who's they? You have to understand. I don't know if did you ever read Ingo Swann? He's got a great book on power.
Yeah, I haven't read the books, but I'm familiar with them.
You read his book on power, but
Ingo Swann was a Scientologist.
Ingo Swann.
She goes, "You ever seen the show, The Book of Power?"
What he called this bullshit.
It's a black show.
Yeah, that was no. Sure, let's read some this century Scientologist about power. He knows what he's talking about. Sure.
You ever seen the Sony Pictures original Power? It was on the PlayStation Network. You ever seen that, Kyle? That was actually a really good show that only lasted 2 seasons. And it was one of the only shows that PlayStation ever produced. Because there was a short time in like 2012 that PlayStation was trying to make TV shows too. They were trying to do their own like Netflix.
Inside the PS thing, I remember that.
Yeah,
like you could watch it.
I think it was called Powers or Power, but it was a cop show where the cops dealt with powered individuals, and Eddie Izzard was in it as this person. I think they called him the Wolf, and he literally would rip people apart. Like that, his power was just he could. And Noah, what's his name? Noah Wiley, the British guy. He was a teleporter, but he like ran like nightclubs and shit, and like it would make like this pop sound every time he would. And like the main
multiple nightclubs on the same night.
Yeah, the main guy was Charlton Copley, who was in the Powers division of the police, and he used to be a superhero who lost his powers. And the Wolf not only eats like regular people, he eats superheroes' powers.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like he's like almost unstoppable. And at the end of like the first season, Charlton Copley and him get into like a deadlock. And Charlton Copley takes his powers back from the Wolf and like starts like because he's super strong and could fly. He's basically like a Superman type. And they like start raising off the fucking ground. And like Eddie Izzard like did a great job. He looked like a fucking maniac. It was a kind of a cool show. It was one of those shows that was a couple of years ahead of its time. If it had come out around the same time The Boys had come out, it probably would have been popular.
I'm sorry, what is it called?
Powers?
Powers.
Yeah. It was a pretty cool. That first season was pretty cool.
Juan was a remote viewer
and a Scientologist,
right?
Yeah,
and but he was a
guys. Let's read about power from a remote viewer and a Scientologist.
He was one of them.
Well, you don't think remote viewing is real, Kyle?
I fluctuated between maybe rarely something like that could happen to. It's probably bullshit.
Well, here's where it could be possible.
It was cool that Cult Examiner got on Danny Jones. That was pretty dope. Shout out to Cult Examiner.
Cult Examiner's not that old. Like, she's closer to our age.
Isn't it funny that like the first time she showed up, I was like, oh my god, Eric's gonna run her out of here or something like that. And I was all like you know, all like walking on eggshells, trying to like accommodate for her best as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I didn't want to do, but I was the one that kind of ran her off. Well, I didn't run her off. She got offended with what I said. Like, I don't know, say something back.
I
Talk
know,
shit
Kyle.
to me. But
Sounds like you did it on purpose.
She's gonna cast a spell.
I didn't. I like her.
like,
I don't have anything against her.
I feel like you're just doing
I
this
don't
on
have a
purpose
problem
because
with it.
you're lonely and you're sad and you want to make people sad.
Well, I'm sorry if all the power of a 33-degree female masonry tarot reader didn't shield her from my sassy comments on the show, but hey, maybe she needs to meditate more and
You know, Kyle, I
use
think
more
all this boils
space
down
powders.
to the fact that you're just afraid.
Yeah, I'm
You're
scared
afraid.
of
You're
shit.
afraid to open yourself. You know why? Because you're a chick.
Less of Us?
No, this is more like you remember Hostel, that little gang of kids that's running around? I'm like gum. If you don't give them gum, they try to hurt you. Dude, this song is so fucking catchy. This song is so catchy. Look at this old lady's face. Dude, what is happening?
What's
Why is this guy standing on my counter? Go.
Yeah, guys, they really live the stalker life over there.
All right, anyways.
Holy shit.
There he is. There's the King of Christ.
Alice sent me that like a week ago, and I've been trying to figure out a way to work it in ever since. Dude,
Did work that in.
that's way too catchy for him to just be going. Dude, I've been at work for like the last week just going.
People like, what song is that?
Just don't worry about it.
Can I get the name of the song? Because like, no.
Couldn't tell you if I
worry.
wanted to.
Oh my god.
All right, so let's check in on our old buddy Ammon. Let's see what he's been going on.
Today,
240p.
Christ again, but we're gonna be looking at Jesus like people. I just want to start by telling you that Jesus wants you, and this for you Americans, Memorial Day weekend. A great victory was had.
This is the first time where
Jesus
someone's saying
Christ
Jesus wants
through
to
the champion
feels
of
creepy
champions,
and like, I'm like,
Wes
no, dude.
Huff.
You must be
Oh,
wrong.
God, the universe. Yeah, give me that. Look, baby. Look what I brought today. Oh, God.
Oh, he got the whip.
Yeah, he's in his car with the whip. I don't know why. The fuck he's
Why is he
in his.
whipping Chewie?
Yeah. At one point though, he says Timmy.
Oh, did Chewie transition
I don't know.
to Timmy?
I don't know.
Verse, people, the universe has gained a convert for Christ. This is absolutely, undeniably 100% your faults. Oh, God. Can you believe it? It's absolutely gorgeous, people. Do you know?
Like what if Jesus was fucked up? Like,
right. It is disturbing with the image.
You know why I say it's your fault, congregation? Because I am here to show you in living time an exact and perfect example of the monist plague as society gives in to the wave of darkness. Let's look at their book. Now remember, this is exciting for me, and I am in a unique position because Iron Danny Jones asked Wes Huff before he was.
Dude, he's still fucking obsessed with Wes. How many months has it been? That was the wrong button. How many months has it been since he dared Wes Huff to debate him? And Wes Huff went, no, I got better things to do.
Wait, who's Wes?
He's the guy who made Billy Carson look like an idiot. He's a biblical scholar. He mainly deals with like preserving like old like papyrus and there's like certain I don't remember exactly, but he deals with actual like pages from like ancient times.
And he lies to cover up that Jesus was the purple man.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, apparently that's that's what he. Yeah, 5 to 6 months. Marcel, after a while, don't you think it's a little childish to keep going? He won't debate me. It's like you got pushed aside, Ammon. Like there was more important things for him to do. Like you're just a crazy guy on the street corner of the internet, and Wes Huff is zipping by, seeing people, going real places. Now, I don't agree with everything that Wes Huff says. I think some things he says is a little. I think he could be a little diplomatic. You know, he could be a little too nice about things. And as a biblical scholar, I personally would want him to be a little more staunch about things, be a little more matter of fact about things. But I understand he doesn't want to do that because that can kind of turn people off. I get it. And that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, after 5 or 6 months, I feel like it's time to let it go. He's not going to debate you. He don't care.
We'll have you, Ammon. You come here and you lay out the arguments you would have against him to us, and we'll debate them in good faith, and we'll be honorable. There will be no swearing or insults.
I have an idea, okay? We could get Eric to dress up like he's Wes Huff and do the same background as Wes Huff, and we'll tell Ammon, hey, Wes Huff has agreed to debate you on my channel. We're not gonna give
because he can do it like he's gonna come under the name of Wes Puff, but it's just because he don't want to be like associated with this. You know, he gotta do it under wraps, so it's gonna be Wes Puff.
That would be fucking hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious. It's Eric instead going, hey, shut up, you weirdo. Are you in your car? Why are you in your car, weirdo? Do you not have internet at home? You fucking poor.
Sancho asked
He could do the famous, do you live in an apartment that you rent?
Right. With a kitchen/library. Teddy base.
Dude, what's going on with you and your daughter, you weirdo?
Yeah.
Us have to come and talk the Bible, to read it with me. And long story short,
I'm starting to think that Ammon has some like gay feelings for Westhoff.
Probably. And like
He
nobody
has gay feelings for everything.
No,
Like,
I'm
he read
trying
the
to
Bible.
disparage gay feelings, you know, because this is a new, fresh, TOS compliant channel. Love who you love. Or whatever.
He read the Bible and was like, Jesus is traveling with 12 guys. They're fucking. They're fucking.
Don't tell me about it. I just don't want to know about it. I just don't want to know about it.
Spolda, run, Kip, run! Right? Why is it, people, that the theologians and the Christian evangelicals...
Because it's a mountain of
real-
bullshit that you gotta go through if you want to like really put him down. Now, there's people who, right, have done kind of that, but they're not as big as YouTubers as Ammon wanted to be, so he won't debate them, right? There's a couple channels who've done the work, but like
Yeah, he won't
they
debate
did it
cross
because they're
Bible.
small channels and they saw that as an opportunity to get some audience. But the people who are already big, like Wes Huff or whatever, dude,
It doesn't do anything for him.
he would do no, and he would have to be like, he would have to dig through like 6 months of work, like actual work. If you really want to like put it to rest, not just say you're fucking retard, all you do say is bullshit, yada yada. If you really want to like go argument by argument and debunk it, it's 6 months of work just to go through all of Ammon's bullshit. And it's like there's not a place where you can get a concise concise group.
You know what, Kyle? I'll put out this edict right now. If Ammon Hillman ever wants to come on and debate me and you, Kyle, he has an open invitation. That's right, Ammon. You come on.
Sure.
We're a couple stoner burnouts. You could easily defeat us, right?
I'll be on Ammon's side, so it's fair. So it's 2v2.
Johnny will play devil's advocate.
You guys can cover up for the purple man. It's fucked up.
Yeah. Why is it? Timmy. I'll give that to you in a minute.
Who's Timmy?
Why?
Did he just say, I'm giving it to you, Timmy?
He says, I'm going to give that to you in a minute.
It's either Chewy or it's like which is a stolen gimmick. How do you call it, Jimmy?
We killed Jimmy, like, last season.
Oh.
He's dead now.
There you go.
Now he's just a
Who's
ghost.
the new one?
I don't have a new one, because
Ghost
fuck
Jimmy.
producers.
There you go. But
They always fail, and I always got to kill them.
There you go. But it would be like, that's a stolen gimmick. Like, you had Jimmy, he has Timmy.
Yeah, he's stealing my shit.
Stop stealing our gimmicks.
Why,
Ammon.
Kyle? Why is everyone stealing my gimmicks?
There we go.
That's how I know Ammon and Aaron both watch Ministry Dude. That's right. We're the most watched show on the internet. Don't look at the numbers.
Everyone watch.
They watch it incognito so we don't get the views.
Trump watches us on the Gorilla channel.
Yeah.
Gorilla channel.
That they're afraid of Ammon. Why is it? Timmy. I'll give that to you in a minute. Why are they afraid? Let me show you.
What was that?
Let me show you. As we look at the thousands of Christs, this is what Wes doesn't want to look at. But let me show you first before we start the clip. Let's see
creepy
the
AI
highlight.
photo.
Chewy, can you run that clip?
He's also stolen our format, Kyle! This motherfucker.
It's just StreamYards.
I mean, he's watching videos. He never watched videos before. He always just look at like a really cropped out page.
You're right.
Walking through our doors asking young people, teenagers, saying, I want a Bible. All my friends are.
It's gonna load for 5 minutes.
Well, Kyle, he's using the library internet. Like it
Maybe
doesn't
if
really
you,
reach.
if you reduce the quality, Ammon, because it's HD right now. It's behind Till's head, but I could see it's HD.
Yeah, right there.
That'll help.
But in this stream, Kyle, he starts buying into that clickbait bullshit that's been going around lately of Joe Rogan's going to church now. Joe Rogan's totally interested in God. I don't buy it for a fucking second. Joe Rogan's never going to stop smoking weed. I don't care. Texas, outlaws CBDs and fucking THCAs and all this shit. I don't give a fuck.
No, it's a bit. Joe has been, and like I heard from Joe's mouth, like even the other day, like, there was a scientist, physicist, whatever, and Joe was like between what the Christians believe, the miracles and Jesus and all that, and Joe got the point of the miracle of the Big Bang and all of that, and Joe was like, yeah, and if I have to believe between that and the miracle that everything came from nothing, and everything ordered, like with order, with dirt, with humankind consciousness, everything came from nothing, I'll stick with the Jesus guy. Even Joe said that. But
no, I get that. He's definitely become more receptive.
It's more gradual and slower. He's opening up to
Well,
those
it's because he's living in
ideas.
Texas, Kyle. Texas gonna get him to the Lord.
But people are trying to like fast forward, like rush the
Yeah.
conclusions and like, no, Joe's.
But the
So,
whole thing,
a little bit of both.
all this clickbait comes from a story that Fox News put out, and
Yeah.
Wes Huff himself retweeted the story and said, "You are misquoting me and conflating
Yeah.
things that were said about different subjects entirely to create this fucking narrative that isn't happening." Like, he's calling Fox News out for being full of shit. Which, even on a story that would actually be, I guess, to his cause's benefit. But I'll give Wes Huff credit. Like, if you're going to lie about what I say, I'm going to call you out for lying about it, even if it's to my benefit. Like, I'll give Wes Huff that much credit.
It's a way to fucking get Joe out of that path, being like, oh, these guys are full of shit. They all want to claim I'm on their thing already.
Well,
Anyway.
it's fucking dishonest.
doesn't help.
It's all
Exactly.
dishonest and bullshitty. I hate it.
Okay, but we just started.
Are reading this thing.
What?
So,
This
if
thing.
the Bible is, becoming popular with teenagers, then something is happening and the Lord is moving.
I think we have something going on now that's comparable to what happened in the 60s and 70s.
Oh my god, Vito is streaming with Bo Blacks right now. What the fuck is wrong with Vito?
Who's that? I don't even know.
Bo Blacks is the dude that used to do like the expose videos, and he became a trans woman with no effort. Still has the beard.
He did appear on Biggest Problem like a couple years ago, and he was the best part of that episode. And then last week, Dick ribbed Vito about all his projects, and Vito talked about, I'm thinking about starting a new show with Bo Blacks, and it's like, and Dick went, no, don't think about it, just do like a show with Bo Blacks like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then a couple of days later, Vito is doing a Biggest Problem episode with Bo Blacks because Dick.
I think there's other background on that. We might cover that tomorrow. I think he's doing this to spite Dick, because Dick is doing an episode with Carl and not doing a bonus episode with Vito.
That too, but it's also probably just laziness of like, do I really have to start a new show? Let me just do an episode with Bo Blacks.
Dude, and they started off with the biggest problem in Sonic. That is like,
Isn't this Bo Black like we saw once? He's a black dude, which is on like a corner of a room, which with a bunch of
not
like
even remotely
clutter
close.
and toys.
That's Bo Blacks.
Whoa!
That's Bo
What
Blacks.
the fuck?
Babe alert!
That's the beautiful trans woman that Vito is streaming with right now. Beautiful trans woman. And no, this is not one of Eamon Hillman's humiliation rituals. This is a real trans woman.
Okay, so it's not JJ Lean. It's not On the John, and it's not Pink Trip.
No. No to all of those.
You better put a ring on her
But it
quick,
is
Vito, or someone will steal her away from you.
Gotta fucking get stuck in my head.
What, you gonna get what stuck?
That's a store of it's a whole. It's all pig products.
Kyle, don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. Stevie J's calling it chicken core. Yo, what up, Trippy?
Where'd you see
Wait, I
that?
saw Trippy. I thought. Oh, god damn it! Did I mistake Professor Grass for Trippy? Probably.
I think you did.
Oh, god damn it!
There's a lot of
I miss
weirdness,
Trippy.
a lot of instability, chaos, and then there's a pocket of genuine
Hey, Professor
spiritual
Grass.
interest.
It's
where you have
3
people coming to
FPS.
the Lord that you would not have.
It's like 8 frames a second.
Man, they suck.
It's the
doing this
computer. It's not even the
online
internet, Kyle.
code
It's
thing.
the computer. They're using like a fucking Chromebook or something.
I think it's both of them.
Maybe,
both
maybe.
of
Both. I mean, it doesn't help when you're streaming with 2 bars on your little Wi-Fi signal.
The library shared.
You
free
gotta
internet.
you gotta
Re-sign in.
you gotta re-sign in every 2 hours or whatever. So that's why his
With
streams
the-
are only an hour long.
Chewie, where's the library card? We gotta sign in again.
Chewie, go in there and check out a book. What do you mean we're past due on our late fees?
Have predicted, Russell Brand, for example, and Joe Rogan showing interest, and Tucker Carlson acquiring a real spiritual.
Why is he watching
hunger.
video of Wilford
okay,
Brimley?
What's happening? Well, I think something
I got diabetes. Diabetes is taking me to the Lord.
is happening.
In times of chaos, the monist virus thrives. If you trace
He
the
doesn't
history
even
of monism,
use monist properly.
I don't know anymore.
He
Like,
means-
does he mean monist is the same
He's
as
trying to
monotheist?
say exactly. He's trying to say monotheistic as the Abrahamic religions
yeah.
believe in one God. I think that's what he's trying to say. But monism it can be applied to many things under, like Stevie J says, like under the monism, dualism, philosophical framework. But like many religions, cults, philosophies fit in different ways under monism, dualism through history. So it's not like there's a one thing that's monism, and it's just a definition that can be used to explain a type of philosophy or cult or idea. So I don't know if even he even
Question,
knows
Kyle.
what the
Is this
proper
monist
use
or dualist?
That's chickenist.
Chickenist. Okay, I'm digging it.
They onto something different in Russia. I don't know if this is Russia or Ukraine.
I want to say probably Ukraine because they're all little nuts. Or maybe even Crimea.
Yeah.
Chimera?
And just so we can lose some more
Bolero
friends.
form?
Marcel, if you understood what I just said, and if you Google any definition of monism, what you're saying doesn't make any. What kind of monism sucks? Huh? Because there's not one monism.
You're saying there's plural monists?
It's a definition that can be used to be part of, like, you get a code here. You got the Mahdi code, and then you're gonna, okay, this is an Abrahamic, monist, sectarian, Shiite. It's one of the descriptors you can use to define a certain group, but it won't mean exactly the same thing all the time.
I see.
Back from the time when a 10 was the way to do things.
Personally, Kyle, I'm a Tronist. I believe only in the source.
Trons?
I believe only in LED accented clothing and technology and the source.
If you trace the history of monism, you'll notice that it follows certain patterns and problems. Social discord begun by tyrants who are driven by greed become the perfect environment for the spread of the monism. Now remember, these people at base, people, don't be afraid. Satanic congregation, don't be afraid. Because when these people are truly confronted with their own Bible, they can't take it. They run. This is Wes Huff who
like
ran.
A chicken?
Right, and then
like a what? They running.
They running for the Bible.
God, I swear to God, this was all just an excuse to play this song as many times as I possibly could.
I know. I just found something that Ammon said. Just the way to... I saw the thumbnail. I was like, what is that? That's something.
Were you waiting for it to be like, where is this going to come in?
Yeah. What is this thing that looks like Ammon, but it's not Ammon?
Yeah, he does kind of like. Oh, I should have put like Medea in Greek on the side of his head. I could have just replaced his head with Ammon's head. Damn it. Why didn't I do that?
It's some kind of video. I can't answer the fears. You know what I mean? Right? It wasn't even from me. You know what I mean? These people who are running Satanic congregation because we have those texts. We own them. Let me show you what Christing is. These people don't even know. Wes Huff doesn't know. Fantastic. Do you see?
He's got like a sexual attraction to Wes Huff. Like that's why he's got the whip. I think he like spends a lot of time fantasizing about punishing Wes Huff for all his incorrect translations. I mean, it seems like a lot of like
sexual.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just because of the things we've seen from the past, and I'm just reading into it too much. That could be very well possible.
He probably fantasizes about Wes Huff dressed as a Roman soldier. Being like,
See, this opportunity to show you the conversion of Joe Rogan and the psychic virus that overcomes him as he bends the knee to Jesus and murders reason and beauty. Oh, God. It's coming. Watch the transformation, people. It will be astounding. And notice what the enemy is.
Dude, goddamn, that song is so good.
Ammon needs to make music videos.
Dude,
What was that, Johnny?
Ammon needs to make music videos.
he does. He needs to go to Russia and become a pop star.
He needs to do a good one that sticks. Then we'll take him seriously.
Marcel says the song
year,
blows Teddy Bass out of the water.
Dude, this was the year of the bangers. It's Cluck 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 Cluck, the chicken song. It's Suck My Cousin. Heil Hitler. Just
Yeah,
banger
I
after
think this
banger.
song is as catchy as Heil Hitler.
He has the
Someone do a
chicken
mashup.
stepping.
Someone needs to do a mashup of Heil Hitler and the chicken song.
This is so Ukrainian. Goddamn. Why does it feel like he's trying to be sexual with the clucking? Like,
the
fuck me, I'm a chicken.
I do love that he's wearing like a sleeveless button down that he's buttoned all the way up to his neck, but he's wearing track pants still.
Yes.
That's the
It's a man
law.
of taste.
I love them. At the end.
Yeah.
Dude, this song's so fucking good. I
Yeah,
need
they
to
have
find
fun.
the whole song. I need the whole song now. Someone find it,
They have
goddammit.
fun.
The enemy is her.
Hold on. I'll give you the link, D-Ball Money, to the
What? They
Hold
have a
on, wait.
library?
Kyle! Someone, the community notes came through!
Oh, it's the full thing.
The full song!
That looks like Ammon. What is this? His, I think I'm starting to get the meaning of the song. So he's holding his cock at the beginning,
Yeah.
but then he paints his hands red and he becomes the cock.
I love it, like how serious his face is when he like does the first like watch. Just watch.
Dude, this is the new Depeche Mode. This is the new Depeche Mode, I'm telling you.
I wouldn't be able to stop laughing the entire time I'm trying to film this. I'm like, I'm just going. I would have to like it would take like 3 hours to get it out of my system.
Yeah.
It's like,
Fuck,
Alright.
I'm gonna be thinking about this all night.
I can't
I'm gonna
do this.
sleep singing the song.
What?
It's about like class
So
in Ukraine.
this whole song is actually about class warfare and the proletariat. The fucking it's like severe like it kind of sounds like very not too subtle communist. We won't get our share, communist propaganda, and then back into the.
Oh wait, is it poor men are just meat for the grinder?
Perhaps. I mean, we'll have to wait for another verse. It's hard to look hard going down a row of chickens. I'm going like mad mugging the fucking camera. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen, Kyle.
Like running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
This was all just kind of like a Ukrainian animal farm.
I guess.
Dude, Fat Boy Slim has gone crazy. What the hell is he doing?
Stevie J, how's the one who sent me this song? Interesting. That was an interesting thing. Well, gentlemen, I think we've reached the end tonight. Oh, hold on. What is this?
I think it did.
It's just a weird ginger guy holding chickens. That was weird. Well, gentlemen, I think we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button. Share this link on all your favorite social media. Tell your friends to come subscribe to the channel. We need to get back up to 500 at least. We went down 1,000 subscribers. So share our clips, send them to your friends, send them to your family, tell them to subscribe to the channel, and help us get back up to where we were on the main channel. So that way, next time this happens, all the people will be available here. Because I'm getting my main channel back, goddammit. I will. Just gonna wait a little while, let it cool off. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, Johnny, how much longer do they have to go to the Maniac?
You have until Saturday at 9 a.m., I believe. So go get it.
Just a couple of days left, guys. Go get the Maniac now. Saturday, 9 a.m.
Don't be a chicken. Go get the Maniac.
See you guys later. Don't be a chicken.
Don't be a chicken.
Paka.